It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these AFC North foes. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills, we're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. Cordarrelle Patterson now to return. And look at this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game and a defense, and Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game.
Tackle made by the rookie from Wisconsin.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Wilson now from the gun. He's on the move. Now here he goes. He picks up 15 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Steelers first down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down, here's Russ. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
From the gun, they go with Harris. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. On play action now, Wilson. Buys time, rolling right. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
It's 3rd and 8, need to get a chunk here. Shotgun snap for Wilson. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Facing fourth down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. It is a 44-yard look from the right hash. Dicker connects there. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, the timing, the anticipation, Kate, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
Burrow's first play going to the air. That's Gesicki. He's got it. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Only took him one play partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Just 3-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. That's him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. Breaks the tackle, still going. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st and 10 from the 41. Burrow out of the shotgun. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their second drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. The big play nets him 17 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
They give to Harris from the gun. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. And it's the Steelers looking at 2nd and 3. Russ now from the gun. Throw secured by George Pickett. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a Steelers first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On first down, it's Wilson. Completed here to Pickens. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down by the veteran, Von Bell.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 27. Finds his back, Jalen Warren.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Extra DB out there for the Bengals. 3rd down coming. Once more, it's Wilson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Russ is cooking again. He's on the move. And he drives this forward to the 6.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Russ is going to cook here. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers will add to their lead at the end of the half. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes, I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers make it a 10-point ball game. Now Boswell on to send this away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Cincinnati headed back out for its second drive now. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. Not on the same page with his tight end. So that brings up second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
On second and 10, Burrow again. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Burrow from the gun. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First down, ball at the 36. To throw again, it's Burrow. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. This one misses the tight end. So second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Burrow throwing again on second and 10. Short pass brought in. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. It's 45 yards he'll try to connect from. Butker knocks it through. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half. Throwing it just before halftime. On the move, headed right. That brings us to the break. The Steelers taking a lead into the visiting locker room. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Eward.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Now Boswell on to send this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here comes the Cincinnati offense for the first drive of our second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Brown on the inside give. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll run again with Brown. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Completes this one to Chase. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Burrow. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now Burrow. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Steelers will take over possession. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. B.J. Hill, the one to bring him down. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Wilson now from the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 48. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they're going to face 3rd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Steelers first down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
That throw finds Pickens. And he drives this forward to the 6. So they'll be set up with a 1st and goal when we come back. It's the Steelers with the ball. They're leading, but not by a lot. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Oh, 1st and goal, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that. So let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards. And now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense to respond.
Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take 2nd and goal now from the 13. Trying again, following the sack. That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Williams. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Russ now from the gun. We put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So here's Chris Boswell in a high-pressure spot. A very short kick here from the right hash. Dicker connects there. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Higgins makes the catch. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Burrow out of the shotgun. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the 1st.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Complete out to the right. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st down, Burrow to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Offense in the hurry up here. 2nd and 6 now. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals down by 10. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Burrow. This throw is caught. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. Cut near the goal line. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
This would put it back within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal would tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Patterson now to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Steelers, down Russell Wilson, headed back to the field now. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Harris once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Timeout taken by the defense, their 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Back to throw it. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
On 4th down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be Bengals football. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. They've got 1st down from the 31. Here he is to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up 2nd down. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this 2nd half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. Now to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And they got there in time. He's taken down. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Back to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Throwing now. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. No gain on the last play, and that makes it pretty easy to decline the penalty. That brings up fourth down. Well, best of luck here. It's fourth and a considerable distance. One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.